So is Halloween bad?
That's a great question. I know that there's a lot of division in Christianity about Halloween because a lot of people think that it's harmless and just something to let their kids go and do and have fun. And then a lot of other people condemn it to the point that they get red in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is interesting because we somehow have found it innocent and morally acceptable to dress up our young people in demons and skeletons, and sometimes it's not something evil like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be innocent. But Halloween is a day of kind of worshiping the dead.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting? A lot of people find it completely okay to dress up as a devil or an evil spirit or a skeleton or something scary or a horror movie character, all of that. And we think that's innocent.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you, when you think about the devil loves it when people personify him as an innocent character.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we think of people like Joseph Stalin or Adolf Hitler or people like that have killed millions of people,
Mm-hmm.
And then we think of Satan. The devil has literally killed everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? I mean, the wages of sin is death. And would it be socially acceptable, let's say that you had a kid,
Mm-hmm.
would it be socially acceptable for you to dress up for your young son as Adolf Hitler? No.
It wouldn't. Yeah, no.
And yet, we think that it's okay to personify the greatest villain of all time as something that's innocent and
Just
okay.
harmless, yeah.
Yeah, it's just harmless. And really, Halloween is a day of witchcraft, which the Bible labels as it's blasphemy. But it says in Matthew 24, again, that in the last days, it says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and it says, and shall show great signs and wonders, inasmuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. As Christians, we believe that ghosts and demons and devils are real.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that aren't necessarily Christian are maybe celebrating something they think might be a fable.
Just make believe.
Just make-believe. But in reality, those things aren't make-believe, but they're real. And I want to make sure that if I had children, that I wasn't instilling in them the thought that these things were innocent and harmless, but these forces, it said here in this text that they were going to try to deceive the very elect, which would be Bible-believing Christians. So I believe that Halloween, on a biblical principle, is not thinking on something that is pure or of a good report. But that doesn't mean that we can't have fun with our kids, and it doesn't have to be necessarily on Halloween. I believe that the concept of spending time with family like any holiday is good. I love Thanksgiving and things like that. Those are great. 4th of July is my favorite holiday. But the reason that we take a stand against Halloween is because it's literally a day where we allow the devil to reign. And even though you might find it harmless or not, what's the message that we're sending to our young people specifically? So I don't believe that we should condemn anybody for what they're doing, but when they ask us the question, I'm going to stand up for what I believe the Bible would want us to do, and that's not Halloween. And anyway, October 31st is the day that the Reformation started with Martin Luther, right? It's the day he nailed those 95 Theses to the door. So just interesting how the devil has a counterfeit for everything.